How did Demi's childhood make her unable to cope with life? Did Disney control Lovato's diet? And how come Max Ehrich is mad at Demi and not the other way around? Today, The Catcher unveils everything that turned Demi Lovato from a rising star to a survivor. Heartbreaking childhood. You wonder, how does a talented Disney starlet with an incredible career and multi-million fan base get to the verge of ending it all? Behind Demi's radiant smile hid a dark, ugly truth from her childhood. Lovato was just a toddler when her parents divorced and made her move from New Mexico to Dallas, Texas. At just 7 years old, depression kicked in and changed Demi's life once and for all. Despite this traumatic experience, Lovato channeled her pain into singing, dancing, and learning to play the guitar and piano. But those were not the only passions she inherited from her father, a performing musician. Later on in her documentary, the actress revealed that her mother's struggles with bulimia and her dad's weakness for illegal substances had a huge impact on her life. At the age of 10, her talents were noticed by agents and landed her a debut role in the Barney and Friends series. Being a child star did not bring any stability to Demi's life, though. Quite the opposite, actually. The actress's mental health began deteriorating even more. Behind the scenes, little Demi could not deal with the pressure and secretly resorted to self-harm. At the time, the star found her true strength and will to keep fighting in her faith. In an interview with Cosmopolitan, Demi recalled saying, "I just feel like God gave me a voice, not just to sing with. He put me through those things, which seemed horrible at the time, but they were so worth it. I can help people." When the idea of leaving the world seemed better than continuing to fight, destiny stepped in the form of a Disney offer that seemed like a saving grace. Little did the actress know that joining Disney's chosen cast would bring more harm than good. At 16, Lovato landed her breakthrough role in the teen series Camp Rock, which seemed like a dream come true for the star. It promised nationwide fame, success, and opportunities way better than just a simple apple pie life. But being a star has its own shortcomings, especially when you are pushed to the limit to be the best and look the best. What is a young girl lost left to do surrounded by Hollywood sharks? After years of being an outcast, bullied at school, the 17-year-old Camp Rock star decided to try cocaine in an attempt to fit in and find friends. "I was with a couple of friends and they introduced me to it," the actress revealed. "I was scared because my mom always told me your heart could just burst if you do it, but I did it anyways." The use of substances slowly but surely led to Demi's downfall. The actress could not understand why her father chose it instead of family, so she began lashing out at her peers, hitting the lowest point in her life. Demi's mother was there for her throughout all of it. She gave her daughter all the support and compassion Demi had been deprived of and enrolled her into a rehab center. 2010 marked the year that Lovato entered a treatment center for the first time to address her struggle with addiction and self-harm, Disney pressure, and a food disorder. Despite her internal struggles, Demi continued to star in the popular Sunny with a Chance series. The young actress worked non-stop, disregarding all the stress and pressure of doing interviews instead of taking lunch breaks. "I was so miserable and angry because I felt like I was being overworked," the actress confessed to Harper's Bazaar. It took a toll on Demi's health, to the point where the actress had to say goodbye to her Sunny with a Chance cast. Her weight dropped significantly, and she was always freezing. In between takes, the actress would cover herself up with blankets to stop shaking. By the time Demi decided to prioritize her mental and physical health and take a break, it was way too late. Unfortunately, Lovato had to go to a treatment facility once again. The news about her bipolar diagnosis. In 2011, when Demi left rehab, she was knocked down with a new diagnosis, bipolar disorder. But it did not scare the actress. Demi finally felt like her struggles made sense. She said in an interview, "There were times when I was so manic, I was writing 7 songs in one night, and I'd be up until 5:30 in the morning." But her new diagnosis did not make it easier for the star to return to work. Instead, Demi secretly returned to her old groove for a whole year. "I wasn't working my program. I wasn't ready to get sober," Lovato confessed in the Simply Complicated documentary. "I was sneaking cocaine on planes, sneaking it in bathrooms, sneaking it throughout the night. Nobody knew." Being constantly under the influence, Demi was not easy to work with and had to be checked into a sober house in LA in January 2013, embarking on a new path of sobriety. Or so her fans hoped. Painful breakups. While coping with mental breakdowns, Demi never lost her amazing talent for songwriting. Unfortunately, lots of these lyrics have very real stories and heartbreaks behind them. While some are lucky enough to find significant others to help them cope with their demons, Demi's love stories seem to just be contributing to her pain. Starting from Miley Cyrus's co-star, Cody Lindley on Hannah Montana, to Cyrus's older brother, Trace Cyrus. But one of the most shocking breakups that rocked the fandom was, of course, with Joe Jonas. The news that the Camp Rock sweethearts were dating in real life was one of the biggest stories of 2010. And yet, just 48 hours after the two posed for the Teen Vogue cover, the outlet released the news of their breakup. Reportedly, Lovato explained that Joe was the one who called it quits, putting their friendship above the romance. Though Lovato congratulated Jonas on his 2017 engagement to Sophie, it doesn't look like they are such close friends anymore. Not long after, Demi met actor Wilmer Valderrama, who was 12 years older than her, and while it seemed like a 6-year relationship with a mature man was headed to a stable and happy family life, the couple broke up in 2016. Demi continued searching for love and joy with UFC fighter Luke Rockhold, MMA fighter Bamba Vasconcelos, and designer Henry Levy. But none of them stuck long enough to start something serious. And when we finally rejoiced over the news of her engagement to actor Max Ehrich, the happily ever after turned into ashes once again. Some awful tweets that allegedly belonged to Max resurfaced, and fans started calling him out for using Demi and their engagement as a publicity stunt. In one of the tweets, Max allegedly unflatteringly compared Demi to Selena Gomez, and in others, allegedly promised to marry A-list celebs like Ariana or Selena. Though Demi called the reports fake, just days afterwards, the news about her and Max's breakup shocked us all. Moreover, E! News reported that multiple sources allegedly confirmed that Demi doesn't trust Max anymore, which caused their breakup. As E! News sources allegedly claim, there were many red flags she was ignoring and trying to turn a blind eye to. She doesn't trust him and thinks he's sketchy. Max posted a couple of stories on Instagram saying that he found out about the breakup from the papers in the middle of a workday on set. He shared a screenshot of a message saying, "To find out over the internet was beyond anything I could have imagined a person could do to another human." Though Demi hasn't responded to the claims yet, People magazine reports that sources close to Demi state that Ehrich allegedly was, quote, aware that the relationship was over and it was going to come out in the press. Imagine how hard it must be to go through a painful breakup and be dragged into such a horrible mess on top of it. We really hope that Demi can cope with this and keep searching for her true happiness. Sober. Getting rid of destructive habits is a lifelong battle, and for 6 great years, Demi did an impressive job of keeping her life on the right track. In July 2016, Demi released her song Sober, but fans spotted that she was referring to a relapse, with lyrics like, "Mama, I'm so sorry. I'm not sober anymore. Daddy, please forgive me for drinks spilled on the floor." Though the fandom hoped that it was nothing more than lyrics to a song, Demi was rushed to a hospital just a month later. Of course, it was one of the hardest times for Demi and her family, but they were not alone. Other celebs showed Demi love and support, including Zendaya, who tweeted, "Just waking up to this, sending absolutely all my love to Demi Lovato and her family at this time." Lily Reinhart also wrote, "Praying for Demi and her health. When I was 14, she was an idol to me in how she spoke so openly about mental health. And now she continues to inspire thousands of young men and women with her body positivity messages. Addiction and mental illness doesn't discriminate." Even parents of other celebs, like Ariana Grande's mom, wrote a huge post of support and love for Demi. She is an incredibly strong person, so thankfully she managed to pull through. For almost 2 years, Demi disappeared from the public eye, but made a powerful comeback in 2020. First, she gave an emotional and extremely touching performance of her song Anyone at the Grammys and couldn't hold her tears back. And frankly, neither could anyone in the audience. Her success was reinforced with a mind-blowing and powerful performance of the national anthem at the Super Bowl. It could have been a horrible accident for Demi, but she once again has proven how strong she is and will not stop fighting. Despite all the adversity and struggles she has faced, Demi is not going to give up. Her engagement may be off, but she is staying as busy as always. She launched a new mental health charity amid the psychological impacts of COVID-19, as Demi shared with People magazine. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. Oftentimes, our society tells us that if we ask for help, we are weak. On top of that, Demi paired up with Talkspace and is now an official spokesperson for the digital mental health platform. Lovato has proven to us many times that she won't surrender, and more importantly, she never forgets to support others, even when she herself is looking for help. Let's not forget that and show our love to Demi as well. Thank you for watching, and please, Be kind in the comments section. Stay safe.